Hello, life trying again. Hello, life trying again. Turn it down. Okay, here we go. Haven't seen you in a while. Been kind of having my hands full. Hello, Paula. Been busy. I've been busy, life trying again. Been kind of juggling, getting through the holidays. Hello, Ice Station. Well, I told everybody I was gonna give y'all some feedback after my doctor's appointment, after being on the Thrive for a few weeks. I just got back from my doctor's appointment probably about 15, 20 minutes ago. All right, Paula, don't get started with them Cowboys now. What about them Cowboys? Hello, Alex. Yeah. Um, as a matter of fact, I see you on here, Alex. You can't come on, you can't come in my live without coming on anyway. If that is if you free anyway. Um, because you kind of on the same journey as well, Alex. Um, oh yes, I hope Patrick is feeling better today too. Because they're supposed to be doing talking with the planet, so I can't miss that. So I'm like, let me get on here before they come on. Um, yeah. If Alex, if you can come on, you can come on with me. Hopefully, I saw those numbers right. Okay. Um. So the first thing, my weigh in. So my weigh in, I've lost 5 pounds. So I'm down 5 pounds, which is good. Kudos for me. Um, my sugar levels, it was 89. So that's down. My blood pressure usually don't give me a problem. It's not my blood pressure. It's usually my pulse that remains high. I know that sounds crazy, y'all, but it's not my blood pressure that gives me problems. It's usually, my blood pressure that gives me problems is usually my pulse. My pulse stays high, but my pulse was um, like 95. I don't know why my pulse remains high. My pulse runs 110, 115, goes up to 130, but my pulse was 95. My blood pressure usually is regulated. My blood pressure, I used to have a whole lot of problem with. It's my pulse that runs high, but my pulse, my the Beats 95. So that seems to be pretty well. Um, so I got in to see the doctor, and what she says is I'm the first one she's seen this year that my numbers are good. Now I know it's the early part of the year, but that coming from the holidays with weight loss instead of weight gain, my sugar levels are low, blood pressure is low, and the problems that I do have, first my pulse being real high is low, it's maintained. Everything seems to be maintained. Um, all my numbers is good. So far, everything is good. And, like I said, I see my doctor on a monthly basis because of all the problems that I do have. So as of right now, being off all the meds and everything seems to be looking good. So 5 pounds lost. That's pretty good considering it took me a year to lose 20, or almost 20 pounds. It wasn't even full 20 pounds. So 5 pounds in that short period of time, considered almost, it took almost a year to lose almost 15 pounds. That's a biggie. So right now I'm at 250. So, my energy levels are great. I don't have a low, I probably have a higher energy level than what I've been having. I'm not, as fast to take a nap or want to lay down. Um, so I do have a little bit more of a boost in energy. Um, so what y'all could do is try the 90-day challenge. It wouldn't hurt. You just buying it for yourself. I mean, it's not like, it's for somebody else, it's for yourself. So it wouldn't hurt to try it for yourself. You buying the product for yourself to try to raise your vibrations, to clear out your body, because, for a while I've been telling y'all my body seems like it's trying to purge. It's purging, it's purging, it's purging. So, this is something that I feel like, is helping with the purge, certain foods I can't eat anymore, the stomach always being upset and everything. And this is just something to help along, and the oxygen. Now, I had mentioned something about the oxygen not long ago, and then, come find out Thrive has this. Now, this will be something I'll probably keep way after the 90 days. And the reason being because I already knew that my body was lacking oxygen because of the club nails, because my nails I used to have real long nails, but I started getting the club nail effect. And when I was asking the doctor about my club nails, why my nails was doing that, she said that it was due to a lack of oxygen in my body. So, hold on. Let me see, did I write it down right? 486, 569, 356. Did I write six? But see, I wrote that down wrong. I'm saying the numbers I still wrote down wrong. It's 356, not 357. And so I've been kind of like watching my nails as they trying to go out to see with it, counteract the club nail effect. Um, yeah, because I really didn't like that because I used to, my nails used to be so long, and I used to be kind of proud of my little nails, but ever since they started doing that club effect, I just really hadn't been worrying about my nails anymore. So this probably be a product that I probably would keep because of that issue. Um, yeah, the oxygen, because I hadn't been long talking about that because I was trying to do the oxygen therapy, but as many of you know that being complaints, but you can't find that 35% grade anymore. So for somebody to come out with that, that's a plus. And then to who doesn't know that this is not healthy for you. It just I had bought something similar to that, but it just really really tasted bad, and it was really really messy to make. So I really care for that. This make it's like this little Kool-Aid pack. You just open it and dip it in and just shake. And I really like the fact that it has a little lemon taste to it, so it don't taste as bad as the ones that the one that I had purchased myself. So I'm most likely to I've already pretty much killed the whole pack of these. Um yeah, and the holy tea for the stomach. What's up, Alex?
Chilling, relaxing.
Relaxing.
Yeah, I thought Paul was saying something about the H2O, hydrogen peroxide. That's also very good for the cleansing, cleaning up your internal organs, and good thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's what
also
I'm talking about.
they
The
wrote a book about it. Yeah, they wrote a book about it. The book is not big, but liquid. That's hydrogen peroxide. And
this is what I'm talking about. This is like something. This is oxygen. This is what I'm talking about. Instead of having to worry about buying that, this is like the same thing, and I can use this instead. In drops, you can put it straight to wounds and everything. I drink this. I put this in my water. So, I'm gonna see what this has effect because I needed that extra oxygen in my body. And this is what I'm talking about. This is gonna be something I probably keep because I knew I needed that extra oxygen in my body.
yeah,
Yeah.
what is that called?
O2.
Oh, that's okay. O2. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, Paul is right. Food grade. It has to be food grade 35%. That's the percentage that has to be, because I
Yeah.
found out the one they sold at the pharmaceutical for wounds. When you have a wound, those are bad. They have a lot of chemical in it, stabilizer, etc. So it's actually not good to use it on a wound.
The food grade,
No, not the food grade, the other one that they sold in the pharmaceutical.
the peroxide.
Yeah,
Well, that's
it.
my baby too. Both of them my babies. I use both peroxides, but
I'm telling you, don't use the other one. I think the one they sold at the pharmaceutical is 8%. That's not
mhm.
good. The it has to be 35%. That's the.
Yeah, but you know, I was saying there was problems finding that 35% food grade.
Sorry.
I was hearing about it was problems about finding it though. You know, the food grade.
Finding
Um,
it.
yeah, finding it.
Um, I saw. I think Amazon. That's one site
Found some
that
on Amazon.
I saw there at Amazon. There's few more sites, but that's the one I remember. It's a big one.
Mhm.
35% food grade. I'm gonna check it out. Amazon. Oh, huh.
Yeah. And other than that, what you been doing today?
Um, just watching videos.
Just watching videos.
Yeah,
Hmm. So, has your journey been going on your, vegetarian lifestyle?
I haven't started yet.
You haven't
I
started.
no, I have a few plants here, like
Mm-hmm.
the spirulina plant. That it grows really fast, and that's I don't know 10 times better than spinach. So that I have here. Um, Papaya, but I think I have to plant more papaya. I have
Mm-hmm.
tea plants also. Tea plants, two tea plants. It's also medicinal. You can use it. Um, the detoxification and those type of things.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that's what, the same page everybody needs to get on is detoxifying the body. And, you know, there's been a lot of talk on that. And I think people need to take action to start healing themselves inside out. And I think that should be the the road. And I'm trying to do the show me thing, I'm trying to lead by example, as far as being um don't just speak it, show it. And I'm everybody, needs to start somewhere. I
Yes.
keep saying my body's been purged, my body's been purging, my body's been purging, but I really hadn't stepped out to do anything before now. I've been feeling the changes in my body, but I just hadn't stopped to do anything about it.
Okay.
But I noticed that we get on this topic and we always have a lot to say on it.
Yeah. If you cut few things out of your diet, your health is gonna start improving. Like the white sugar. Are you adding white sugar to your coffee, or you check the brown
I
sugar?
started to do the brown sugar. So I had started doing the brown sugar.
Nice. Or the cane also is brown, cane sugar. I think
Hmm.
so. Yeah. Have you seen a difference switching from the white sugar to brown sugar?
Um, I can't say I really just noticed a big change, but I'm more aware of, the differences since y'all brought that to my attention. Because if you
Yeah,
don't know, you don't know.
that's the thing. Yeah, yeah, that's something that came out. I came across an article on that a long time ago. It
Hmm.
also said that it also you can say target well everything target the immune system, but it lowered the defense. It lowers it for 6 hours, something like that. Not they're gonna get sick or something, but it just lowered the defense. And it also has I don't know it has a lot of chemicals in it that it's not good, you know. There's few ingredients that the body needs, but what contains in the white sugar, we don't need it. That's the thing. A lot of things that are delicious and sweet are actually like bad for you, and the things that taste bad are actually good for you. An example is aloe. It tastes horrible, but it's really good for you. Well, it depends if you're sick, have a wound. Well, if you have an inner bleeding, it's good to eat it, you know. But yeah, they use it for different things: sunburn, the hair, the skin. Yeah.
Grand Rising, everyone. How are you?
Hello.
Good morning.
How are you, Alex? Nice to see you, feel you here. How are you, Warrior Queen?
I'm fine.
Wonderful. You know, as you were mentioning about the H2O or the hydrogen peroxide, I had a fellow starseed who tried it. He had it in his fridge. And when he spilled some on his hands, it literally turned the skin to like bleach white. And no amount of soap, water, or lotion could get the whiteness to be removed from his fingers. The H2O or the hydrogen for personal consumption is not good. But what you'll find with the O2 drops is it's pH balance for consumption in the eyes, the ears, nose, mouth, or directly on an open wound, or to be applied topically on localized areas of the body where there's pain. The skin, which is very absorbent, your largest organ, transmits it through the pores. This O2 drops was so gentle that you can use it with babies. You can even give it to, drop it in the fish tank if your fishes are not doing well. You can use it on plants. So if it's safe enough to be used, gentle enough to be used where it causes no skin discoloration or harm, then you know when you apply it sublingually under the tongue and just hold it in your mouth for a couple of minutes, it's immediately absorbed, just like the CBD oil. That's the best way to have it applied into your bloodstream. If you look at one of the diagrams, 5 minutes after using 15 drops, it shows that the fatty tissues and lipids that were in the blood that causes high blood pressure. And many of the times when they treat you for high blood pressure, they're using either blood thinners or beta blockers. This drop was able to clear out the fatty cells that stores and attract a lot of different harmful toxins. It cleared it like Drano in a sink, but it's gentle, but yet effective. So the O2 drops, the company was called O2, and they built their business on this O2 product alone. It's only recently that they've changed the name of their business to Luralife. And if you notice what they're using as a symbol, they're using a lotus flower. Because, as you know, the divine lotus is what your chakras represent. So O2, I've used it. I think 2 days after coming out of the hospital in August for having a very intense blood pressure reaction. I literally peed blood. That's why I ended up going into the hospital. I needed to see if there was anything wrong prostate-wise or anything like that, but it was really stress. When I went in there, they asked me, were you hypertensive? I said, I was 6 years ago. I went cold turkey and I started just practicing yoga, biofeedback, and holistic methods to control my blood pressure. I was on 2 different pills. They're like, well, when was the last time you took a pill? I said, not since 2012. They're like, well, we're not going to give you anything. We're just going to observe what you do. I laid in the hospital bed in the ER for 8 hours, and all I did was relax, use 432, 872, just sounds. And as I laid there, I drank ice cold water, and they literally watched me bring my blood pressure back down to a normal rate. When I came out of the hospital, you know, my queen mother here, she was like, you know, even though you're well and I know you can do things with your body that most people can't do, you should still try this product. You were extremely stressed traveling from Oregon to New York City. traveling with bags and lugging everything. So you put your body through a lot of stress. You need to replenish. So I tried the Thrive and the O2, and I said, all right, I'll try it. I don't like medicines. I don't like how it tastes. But then I tasted it. By itself in water was not bad. It had a little aftertaste. So I put it in orange juice and it worked just fine. I've used the product since September and I've seen extremely great results. I don't use it every day because I don't need it every day. I no longer have any medical issues with my body that requires me to take anything, but it's a great nutritional supplement for someone like me who fasts a lot. I fast every day. You know, I do have liquids because I'm a coffee drinker and teas, but liquids for the most part is how I practice breatharianism, outside in nature, breathing. But with Thrive, throw that in, I can replace a meal. If I feel where my blood sugar is a little low or hypoglycemic, where I need something to pick me up real quick, it's a quick picker-upper. I tried the Holy Tea, and I had childhood memories of laxatives in Jamaica where we get laxatives at the end of summer before we go back to school because that's our family's way of deworming your body. And if you can be the empath, see my face. I used to get spanked just to drink a cup of that nasty tasting foul thing. I even practiced taking it down in my throat, and when my dad wasn't looking, I'd spit it out. So when I tell you this Dr. Miller's Holy Tea, all the ingredients that's in it, for it to taste just like water after you've brewed it, typically you brew a batch and just let it sit in a glass container overnight, a few days, and you drink from that for the whole week. And then you brew the next batch. So there's, I think, 4 packets that comes in the kit for you to make your tea. And just like that, it's a gentle stomach stabilizer. You're not going to feel like you took Epsom salts or some, what they call that thing, cod liver oil? No, not cod liver oil, castor oil. For those of you who remember taking that as a child, or Scott's emulsion. If you're Hispanic, they always use emulsion de Scott to help to clean your body. It's not one of those type of thing. It's gentle, it tastes good, and it's effortless. Those packs are convenient. Take 2, take 1, whatever you do when you're going off to work. You feel a little low with your blood sugar energies, pop it in the water. Shake it up like an energy drink, toss it back, you're good. The results? Well, as someone who knows the chakras quite well, when I woke up the next morning after taking Thrive, I was like, why am I overly stimulated in my root and sacral? I'm not trying to go there, but I realized the medicinals first started in the root. And then you can definitely sense as you take it over and over how it's working inside of your emotional body systems as well as your physical body systems. And you know about the energy body, mental body, causal body, all these different layers that's bigger than your physical body are also working in tandem through this detox. So when we said detox your body, take a spiritual bath before you start. Then when you start the regimen for the 90 days, set your intentions of what you want to accomplish. It's both mind and matter. And you know the universe is mind. So if you set the intentions, first of all, that this is going to be for your good, for your healing, for your betterment, both physical, spiritual, and financial, start the 90 days. See the results. It takes only 90 days to form a new habit. That's the reason why many of the successful life coaches tells you about the 90-day challenge to change your life. And this definitely works. I've seen the results for myself. I've seen the results in others. And as a holistic healer, teacher, ascension coach, I've been working with people who've been wanting to detox and they want to do some extreme ways of detox. And I'm like, it's been made easy for you now. You don't have to suffer through this process. So Warrior Queen, I thank you. We hadn't really talked in person before you started. You saw that and you said, I want this because you were trying something else. I had no idea that you had gone cold turkey. It's your story that you have been telling that allowed me to see how committed you were to your holistic way of practicing your body's healing and healing of others. So I commend you. You are my greatest champion, and I know you will succeed, not just mentally, not just spiritually, but in all the aspects of your life.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Hi, Dakisha. How are you?
You muted. Unmute yourself, baby.
Oh, okay. How's everyone doing? I'm great. Bye-bye.
Wonderful. Thank you for being here, being present. So, hey, Shayla. How are you? And folks, let me tell you something. Your babies already speak light languages. So try to understand them with your heart. Don't listen with your head. And you'll find out that they're communicating with you quite eloquently. They just don't speak English.
Yes.
Deities and the higher selves don't speak English. They speak emotions. They speak light. They speak vibration. And if you can see the vibration and the auric energy around the child, you'll see that if they're happy, they're projecting indigo, pure indigo light all around them. If they're speaking the truth and they're really hurt, you'll see blue coming out of their mouth because their throat chakras are pure. And that's what we want to do, to bring ourselves back to that inner child, to that sense of innocence. And the only way you can do that is by practicing self-forgiveness and self-love. Giving love to yourself is forgiving yourself, both past, present, and future. So that's where you have it. So how are you feeling this morning, beloved warrior queen?
I am feeling great.
I know you fine. Did you have a good Delta? Good dream state?
Don't remember.
Well, when I saw the cards you brought back this morning in your reading, you sure did remember, because that's what we were doing in our mental space. You know, we were taking no prisoners. You talk about being a warrior. I shared what my Delta was last night. I was walking on the boardwalk, and well, someone said they're in the waiting room.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Wonderful. But I shared it. I was walking on the boardwalk. There was a party going on. I was walking with my staff, which my staff went missing 2 weeks ago, disappeared out of where I left it. So I know we did an interdimensional shift. It just didn't make it back to this reality. Not sure if it will, but in my dream state, I shared my staff, and it showed up when someone made me a little annoyed, and it was ready to do spiritual work. You'll find out, as an avatar or as a shaman or as a healer, some of us will be guided to get staff. Some of us will be guided to get different tools of the alchemists. It's just a part of your gift and why you're here. You're here to remember your past life abilities and to bring them present in this one, because you've never been as powerful before as you are now. Yeah. So, Alex, where are you? And I like your hat too, by the way. If you notice around here, there's a lot of Rastafarian colors. We are with the Ethiopian World Federation. We're actually here at the international headquarters, and we are here to bring the indigenous people of this planet that knows that indigenous means you are of the genes of the original beings that were seated here. And it doesn't matter your outer complexity. We were seeded here as a complex genomic experiment, and we are here to return to the era of the rainbow. This is the rainbow warrior prophecies that are coming online. So I applaud you. I honor you. Namaste. I love you, because in that field of love, you are indigo. I am I-N-D, I go. When the ego dies, you become Diego. So I see you.
Yeah, namaste.
Namaste. So, I know we're all feeling well. Say that again, beloved.
I'm sorry, have you came across the work of Dr. Sebi?
Yes, I call him Sebek from the Kemetic time period, the alligator god of medicine. But yeah, Dr. Sebi is an ancestor who we have very similar backgrounds. growing up in the Caribbean by parents who were spiritualists that conveyed or taught healing methodologies to us that we just know. When our hands start tingling, we know that the light beams are active. We can touch you and heal you or project healing energies to you. They call it Reiki. I just call it the Holy Spirit.
Okay. A different name for the same thing, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're also from the Caribbean?
I'm from Jamaica.
Oh, nice. I'm from Aruba.
Aruba,
Wow.
how my pretty mama. So you speak Papiamento?
Yes, I speak Papiamento. How did you know the name of the language?
Oh, I'm a light language speaker. I was given the gift of the Elohim in 2012, and I just by automatic reflex speak any earth language or non-earth based language.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
That's
It's a
awesome.
gift that made me crazy for a little while, but you have to lose your sanity in order to embrace your divinity sometimes.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I speak your languages quite well.
Yeah? Vou por papiamento também ora. Tiki.
Sí, un bom falange de lingua. To me, I just speak as ancient Latin. Así es la misma cosa. Le puedo comunicar cualquier parte del mundo.
Okay. Ese es más en español, pero yo comprendo, pero yo puedo hablar español también.
Sí, pero es tremendous, magnético de la energía electrónica.
Estaba viendo hoy un poquito portugués y ahora un poquito italiano.
Exacto, because all of the language stuff, love, romancia, es una forma de antigua.
Antigua,
de la Cervantes Antigua, from the ancient server.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Before there was Babel, as they call it in the Bible,
yeah,
we spoke one language because it was more telepathic and the sounds you made were exactly saying what it meant.
Yeah.
So when you look at it like pen, you write with a pen. Sa, you see. Mental, which is mental, means peace of mind. Yeah. Papa, father, me, in two parts. Papiamento.
Yeah.
Dos. Matria y paternia. Plus y negativa. Junto y Gaia. Hygeia is Gaia. Hello, Gia. Hi, goddess. Oh. So when you begin to see the etymological breakdown of words and sound, the meaning is innate, as in the innate server, infinity.
Yeah. Okay. I can understand that meaning of that definition of papiamento. But here is also another explanation for papiamento. The name is how you put the word, is how you say it. It's right. You can also put the emotion behind it. It's how you say it that the outcome, because it could have different meaning, but it's how you say it.
It's like when you speak Mandarin versus Cantonese. In Mandarin, you have 4 different ways to say ma, mother. Ma, 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 ma. The inflection and the tonation changes the meaning of the word. In Cantonese, there's 8 different ways to say those same 2-letter words and 8 different meanings to those words. So when the people that took over, let's describe it that way, try to translate ancient text, unless you were connected here in the third eye and crown chakra, you would often misconvey the meaning of the word because you are not vibrationally attuned to the record keepers or the people that wrote the information. Hence, a lot of the Egyptologists that claims that they're expert on Kemet, they're actually fools because they're looking at pictures like you would look at a drawing in a cave and they're trying to give it associative meaning based on the time differences, and they don't know. If I said you are looking at a flying chariot is a spaceship or a helicopter or something that moves in the sky that creates fuselage or a discharge of energy as it moves. If you only had a frame of reference to say the fastest moving vehicle was a chariot, then you would call it a flaming chariot that moves in the sky. Meanwhile, in Hindu, they call those things flying spaceships. In the Arabic cultures, they call it magic flying carpets. But we always have had advanced civilizations on Gaia. Think about it. When you settle life on a new planet, you can't start primitive and microbiological and work your way up. You're seated here with advanced technology, and then over time, as you forget how to use the equipment, you go into dark periods of time. You go into the dark ages. Now, Gaia is getting ready to go into a golden age where knowledge and the advanced sentinels, which are like pyramids, tekens, or obelisks, for those who can see, this is what I call an obelisk. Some people call it a pendulum or a point. These crystals that are here on Gaia or on every planet, they're intelligence, they're living crystalline intelligence. We now, as indigenous keepers, are awakening our energy to connect with these sentinel points all across the planet and interplanetary. So when you hear someone saying, I'm omnipresent, omnipresence is simply saying, I am multidimensional. I am aware and present with all of my simultaneous existence, and we are one, and we communicate as one. So I can speak as my being in Sirius or Andromeda or Pegasus Galaxy. Many different civilizations are instantaneously in communication at the speed of thought. As quickly as you can think it, it is present. You're not waiting for any kind of distortion field to communicate through light years away. You're able to do it instantaneous transmission.
Yes, faster than speed of light.
Faster than the speed of light. So I do that as an ambassador or emissary with many star nations. I'm here for Gaia's upliftment, which in the old tongue, that would say you are a El, which means God. You are connected to Eva or Ava. Elevatora, which means your words should uplift not just people, but the planet. You're an elevator. You're a bridge to higher consciousness. And that's what's happening in many of us being transformed. That's why you are indigo. Indigo, that's named for me, keeper of this eye. The eye within the eye, I and I, Rastafari. The lion, Zion, crystal ion, the crystalline one. So that's why it's important to know yourself, not just in this body, but as a nation, all of your cellular ancestors in one. You are the capstone of your ancestral pyramid. You are the pyramid of light, because there's light inside of your body. There's light being transmitted outside of your body. In Kemet, they would display the Netr, who would project a beam of light through his third eye. They call that the Dendara light bulb. They call it how you use the pyramidal technologies. And if you are aware of the different mounds in your localized region, you'll remember that in South America, many of the mounds that are there or pyramids that are there were built by people that looked like myself and Warrior Queen. We are the Olmecs, or the ancient ones, or the Olmekia.
Yeah, I heard of that. I saw the statue too, and it resembled a dark person.
Yeah, it's our face. Look at Warrior Queen's face. Look at my face. Look at Dakisha's face. It is the same face on the Olmec statues, and that's what we are. Some people call us Caribs, but Ka means soul. Rib is ribonucleic acid. So that's both the DNA, the RNA, and the mRNA of the ancient ones. And there's many, many other layers of DNA that's being activated as we speak quantumly. That's beyond the 3 strands that current medicine knows about. Well, many of us are in that phase. Say that again?
They say 12 strands. I also heard there's few children being born with triple helix DNA.
Right. The triple helix is definitely active, and you're finding that many of us have activated more on the verge of 24 strands and higher, and we're becoming more like what you call Lucy, or I would say lucid. Lucid dreaming, being
Mm.
able to know that as you leave the physical body, you're like that movie Avatar. When you're asleep in this body, you're present in other non physical or physical realities. And you come back to this body when you're awakened and you remember that you're here on assignment.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
most of us that are speaking now, this is our final assignment on this particular level of Gaia. We're not incarnating again or reincarnating again because we've completed our wheel of time. If you're familiar with the galactic signatures, it takes you 52 years to complete your wheel. And a lot of us are rapidly accelerating and completing the task that we need to do so that we can begin our soul's mission of why we took a form here on Gaia.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel that too. Most of us here are in the last, you can say, reincarnation.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't know if you heard of Credo Mutua.
Yes, I know Baba Credo Mutua. I have not met him personally, but I have taught some of his students that have found my signal. And I know we're one. I know he tells them often that before we split our genders, we were more androgynous, male, female, male, hermaphroditic beings, and that we were capable of self-fecundation, where we impregnated ourselves and carried our children based on our thought and our love, just like they did in the movie Avatar with the blue people. You know, they basically connected their ponytail, which was the symbol of their third eye, and it's with the third eye that they made their children. So we are now getting into that phase where as we embrace our divine masculine or divine feminine, and we become more sacred divine beings that are walking in physical form, you'll find that a lot of things are going to change when it comes to the children that we produce. Our children will choose to come into that parental bodies just for the continuation or the merging of ancestral bloodlines. It's not going to be the traditional third density version of, oh, I think I like you, I think you like me, and we get together. It doesn't work like that anymore.
All is based on energy.
Energy, yeah, exactly. But I know, you know, thrive until you really get to that process of detoxing. When you hear conversations like this, people are going to go, okay, someone call the space cadets. And I look at them, I'm like, no, this is Starfleet. We're no longer cadets. We're actual officers now. You know what I mean? We're here to help those who resonate with our frequency to lift themselves to a higher vibration. That's all.
Share knowledge.
Share knowledge, share experience. There's some people that they don't speak my language, but they feel something when they walk by and they stop and go, wait a minute, you feel good. I'm like, so do you. I feel your energy. Because we're realizing that before you even enter a room, your energy is already going in there. When you enter the room, you can sense the energies that are there.
Yeah.
And if you're a higher vibrational person, the lower vibrational energy can't exist in that space when you're there. It's going to feel the
intimidated.
Right, the magnetic push-pull, where similar poles will, you know, basically this time, like attract like. Unlike will not try to share that same space, they'll move away. I like that head that you have in your background, Alex. It looks like the Anonymous.
Yes, it is. Guy Fawkes.
Ah, so V is for victory. V is for vendetta. This is the Holy Avenger. I am one I am he. Restore captura que te did rest. Kushkenaire. Aire.
Aire. Yes, Aire. Everything is Aire.
Everything is Aire.
That's my protest mask I wear in Holland.
Ah, you're over there in the Dutch.
Yeah. That's my second language is Dutch.
I see. I remember when I was a kid, someone was learning Dutch in Jamaica for some reason. And I think what I remember was Kan du svenska?
What? Sorry?
Svenska, kan du svenska? I think. Are you
Uh,
Swede or something like that? Can you speak that?
Ben je Zweden? That's in
Right.
Dutch. Are you Swedish? Ben je Zweden?
Sweden. And for me, what I hear is, are you born in Sweden? Bain, your body, ba, in, Sven, Sven, you know. So when I hear sounds, I break it back down in my processor real quick, back to the 72 grapheme phoneme names of what we call the divine. And all of the languages that people speak is just a combination of the different divine tones being pushed together or pulled apart to form words that convey meaning.
Nice. That wouldn't that be like the ability to communicate with all different people, all different language, even alien, doesn't matter, telepathically?
Exactly. That's what I was speaking to you in. It's the universal lingua franca, which is the standard sound language that all beings throughout all of creation uses, and they call that language God. They call it Papa. They call it Elohim.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. That's
Balingua.
interesting.
Balingua. Tongue of father or Abba. Which Abba is just mirroring the body and mind, Ab, AB is the same as BA, which mathematically it's 1.618.
1.618.
So when you start seeing angel number 1618 or 618 recurring, go to Sacred Angel Scribe and pull up angel number 618, then you're realizing that an ascended being is sending you a signal. Pay attention. Soon you'll find someone that will help you on your journey. Because the angelic realms speak with numbers, colors, sound, frequency, as well as just random songs that comes through the radio, like Bumblebee.
That's true. It's funny you mentioned that, because I've been seeing, not since now, but I had another meaning for it, because I'm also into numbers and the numerology, angel numbers, and I've been seeing the 618 a lot. Exactly. Those three in different combination.
We need to talk because you were being summoned. We needed to. All right.
Okay. Speaking about the numbers,
telepathic message being sent through Higher Self Network for you, Alex.
Yeah. Speaking of numbers, I've been seeing 1156 or 156 everywhere.
Good.
Like all the time. It's always at a certain time.
Mm-hmm. And then you notice,
I'm seeing it.
You notice it on the clock, and you look around, you see it on the license plate. You go around, and it's on the back of a van somewhere. Yep.
Yeah. Then the other night, I was in a car going to the store. It was a car in front of us. It said RA 444, and I'm just like, what in the world?
And I'm right like, here in 444. 44. The building is 444.
Really? It was RA 444.
And
that's what the license plate said.
Is 1122-4. Get it? 11, 22, 44, 55, 66, 77, 88, 99, 00, 00, galactic reset, new era, now new, you are, we are, I am, love, combine, netter, combine, combination, combine, new haiku, new poetry, new everything.
Yes. Okay, what about the 0010010? Because I've been seeing that too. And then I listened to the message.
It's from your ship self, because the ships that are in the skies are living intelligent beings, just like Gaia is a living intelligent being. But in the higher density, it's more gossamer, meaning It's like ghosts. It can fly through solid objects. Solid objects don't apply, but they can change their density because there's simply a vibrational attunement to make it appear solid or appear physical to you. But in the higher dimensional realms, you could pass through walls. Just like the O2 pass through skin. Just like rain falls on your skin, it absorbs what it needs, and then the rest of it rolls off your body, but you are getting nutrients from the rain. Just like you can get toxic things that were sprayed in the air and it now coalesces and falls to the rain. You have the ability to nullify it under the law of perpetual transmutation of energy. You can change the chemical compound. You can change the mathematical frequency, the atomic mass, weight. You can change it with your intention, your word, sound, vibration. You are magicians.
I think you're also aware of Greg Brandon.
I don't know his avatar here yet. I haven't met him, but I'm pretty sure we're all getting to that point where we're going to be starting to come together. In April, that will be the gathering of the tribe in Albuquerque, New Mexico. That's a prophetic merger of the peace talkers, the peacekeepers, the indigo, the light beings that were promised to come from the heavens to gather the tribes of earth together and to begin the way of peace. So it's already started before 2020, when hindsight, sight from the past, and sight from the now, and sight from the future collides into one. But it's a good collision.
Oh, yeah, you can say the rainbow children are meeting up.
Exactly. And look, you see, I wear this as my habit all the time because it represents my organization, the Brotherhood and Sisterhood of Iron and Clay. Clay is the original form, but when it's purified, it becomes iron. It becomes metal or metal. You know what I mean? So I'm showing you, you came from one to the other, and now you're going back to your organic nature of what you were intended to be in the sacred blueprint for the first humans that populated this planet. This is how we create the seventh root race, the race of beings that have the full 7 chakra or the 7 nadas or the nodal points that are active in their body.
Oh, nice. A question, have you ever done ayahuasca or peyote?
Not yet. I am someone that is a Rasta, and the holy marijuana cannabis is my lady. I am her male counterpart. I'm Granddaddy Purple Haze.
Nice.
So, she is my mate. Okay. So as far as any type of mental voyage, it has only been with marijuana for me. Holy marijuana. We are married.
I smoke ganja too.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't even have to smoke it because the endocannabinoid receptors in my brain are already tuned to her. So if I don't have it, I don't freak out. All I have to do is stimulate that part of my brain, and I'm naturally high.
Nice.
So I get high on my inner supply.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
I look forward to working with you. I'm with Iron and Clay. We do life coach ascension seminars, webinars, and meetups where people are here in New York or wherever I travel to. I'm always traveling. I probably did about 9,000 miles traveling around America last year. And a lot of them I'm walking. I walked over 360 miles last year. So I move around with my stick as a mystic, and I go where the numbers lead me. I don't know how I get there. I just have faith that I will. And that's how I manifest my reality.
Nice.
So,
do you know your life path number? Just curious.
9.
Oh, nice.
Mine 8.
Yeah.
Nice.
I found that out in 2012 because I didn't even know about numerology. I learned about the chakras by watching Aang, The Last Airbender, with my daughter. like a few years before we watched the whole series. And when I started waking up in 2012 fully, my daughter said to me, Dad, you remind me of Avatar Aang. You always mastered sound and air because you sing nice and talk good, but you're going to have to travel and master earth, water, fire, and spirit. But when you go into the spirit world, be careful. There's that one demon that takes away your face. It takes away your identity. I'm like, oh, that's only Facebook. I won't I won't fall victim to losing my identity on Facebook.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So you'd be surprised. Your children are your best teachers.
Yeah. I saw that that was a really good you can say kids show. There's a part that he asked the boy asked for what is chakra, and he explained it so a child would understand.
Exactly. Yeah. That's how I understood chakra from the last Airbender.
Yeah, I saw that too. That's good to show kids, so they understand it.
Actually, I get this clip on YouTube, and that's what I use to show adults how to understand the chakras.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good for adults too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they get the big picture. It's energy.
It's just energy. It's intention. It's the colors of the rainbow.
No.
And so you coming together.
And also, you say you won't. You live on the 44th Street or something like that.
Yep, by the Atlantic Ocean, Coney Island.
Ah, you know what's my life path?
What?
44.
Oh wow.
We definitely have been bad messages to each other. Do you know where you're from before you came to this planet?
No idea.
That's what I want to know.
You've not tapped into your starseed heritage yet?
No, I have people that have asked the rods, and well, from what I understand, I've been adopted by my family of light few times just for the I don't know, DNA repair or something like that.
Right. I will send you some my SoundCloud. I have some light code activation there for various starseed races to help to trigger their other levels of the DNA, the junk DNA. Because in your junk DNA, you'll find that all of your starseed ancestries are there dormant, waiting to be activated. And sound, crystals, different tools. Oh yeah, different tools can trigger that part of your memories to come online. I did it a few years ago. So I'll give you the SoundCloud link. And as you listen to it, and just remember, you're not just from one civilization or one timeline or one star nation.
Many.
If you're here now, you're a mutt or a mutt-at, a mutant, or a myriad of different star races that combine to make you who you are. You only chose the ancestral lineage as a human to help to recapitulate a lot of the genetic baggage in the human form to bring it back to its refinement. But you are from many different star tribes. Don't get caught up in, oh, I'm Pleiadian, or I'm Andromedan, or I'm this. No, that's just a part of what you are.
Yeah.
Okay.
There are two races that I understand to the rods that are, you can say, abducting me, things like that. The Arcturians and the Pleiadians. Yeah, I feel close to both of them. Well, they couldn't more.
As an indigenous person, the way you call or describe Arcturus was the symbol of the bear. Bear, Ursa, Yursa, Sara, Sara, sun gaze, Dao to Ra. Ra is your body, rock. Your body is a rock, crystal, bone, crystal, living rock. Rauk, chi, energy.
Chi.
Puro, purro, energia, feline tribe, Lyran. Acceleration, Ace, Lyra. A lot of the Lyrans allows us to resonate with the lions, the feline, the cat people. The cat hair people, dreadlocks, cat hair, lions hair, Rasta, locks, long hair, natural, Nazarene. You know, so you're hearing a lot, but it's coming through your antennas, your hair, your breathing, your hair, your inhale, your exhale, balancing, attend, ma'at, understanding the mathematics, the ma'at balance schematics.
Light as a feather.
Light as a feather.
Light as a feather.
Is your heart light? Is your heart filled with light? Is your eye single? If your eye is single, first eye open, your heart and your body will be filled with light. You will be delightful. You'll be filled with joy.
Yeah.
Purr, which is lion sound. Respect, love, rids all fear. You're not a castaway. You're not on Gilligan's Island. You're not on the flying submarine. You know, you're a submariner. You're amphibious. You're a naga. You know, you're a nomos. You are one who rises from the sea to walk on land. You are Orisha. You are Vedic. You are connected to the elemental kingdom, the Devic kingdom, the angel, the sylphs, the salamanders, the fairy, fiery, Rastafari I and I, indigo.
Yeah.
Open up your eyes and look within. Are you satisfied with the life you're living?
Yeah, Bob Marley.
St. Joseph, Bob Marley.
Yeah, he was smart. He knows things. He knows.
Yeah.
Well, many people may not have realized it yet, but Bob Marley looks exactly like His Imperial Majesty. He was just another incarnation of His Majesty. He made most of his songs that were almost word for word from His Imperial Majesty's autobiography. His Imperial Majesty was another David Solomon combination hybrid who literally, whenever he wrote, whenever he spoke, he was speaking like the book of Psalms. If you read the book of Psalms, you'll see and realize that David, he was an avatar. Saul, which was the king then, was going through ascension symptoms and needed someone that had the vocal range that would sing and calm him down, center him. But David too had gone through his ascension. He wasn't perfect. But Solomon, his child, became a master. He was able to build the temple within, to become a master magi. Magi, image. Magi, echo. Echo, echo, echo. You hear the sound, it's replicated. That's your blueprint. Image is also blueprint, your divine blueprint. Solomon anchored his divine blueprint in order to access not just wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, but application, adaptation, and the ability to translate it for human consumption or to encode it in a way that it could not be abused. That's encryption and decryption. What was laying dormant within, the dead language, the sleeping giant has awakened. Jaya, Gaia, Earth, she's awake. She's the big giant. And if you look at the word, you'll see my name in the middle of Gaia or in the middle of giant. I'm I-A-N, I and I.
Yes.
And NT is just a network as netter, meta-netter, metaphysics, master of the net. Osiris. Osis, which means operating system. Iris is the single eye. Osis Iris. Osiris. We're really speaking now an activated programming language to help to streamline your own inner programming, your own teeth of the lion, the grammar that I'm speaking, for you to pay attention. Tetragrammaton. Teeth of Ra, gramma aten. Teeth of the lion, lion's teeth, better than Bluetooth. Wi-Fi, etheric, through the air. Intelligence passes flow through light, photonic. Photoonic, futon embed, cama embed, en la cama, en la mesa, la misma vez se llama. Like water for chocolate, baby. Age of Aquarius. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We just switched it, even though it sounds like English word, we're speaking a light code language right now. For vibrational intunement, for inner over comprehension. Comprendez-vous? Comprehend and see.
Compre.
View. Adu. De vu, de adu. The God view, the voodoo, the God view. You see through the eye of Ra, the overseer who looks over as we walk under the sun. Wakanda. Wakanda sun, sun cover, sun see over, Sankofa. And if you watch Black Panther recently, you'll understand why I wear the gorilla ring.
No, I haven't watched Black Panther.
You've got to watch it.
It's
Wakanda
good.
forever.
I got it. Got to. Yes. I have it. I watch it over and
Wakanda was
over.
a download. So that tells you if we unite and organize and centralize, we can take everything back that was taken before. Because it's now that time.
I kind of like the bad guy in it, though. I didn't feel like he was wrong.
That's the duality. That's the duality.
I always trying to make the bad guy.
No, but you got to understand, T'Challa and Killmonger or Jabari, they're the same person. One is the ego, one is the whole soul that wants to right the wrong past. One wants vengeance, and vengeance was destructive. Yeah. One wanted peace, but still had to use active kick butt in order to bring the people back together. But at the end, peace must rule. Even at the end of this cycle, when everything that was done to the indigenous, when we come back into our rightful state, it's not about executing people randomly for revenge. It's about teaching them the way of peace.
Yes.
That's the whole purpose of the rainbow prophecy. To whom much is given, much is required. Progress is best for humanity. We cannot continue in dualistic methods of an eye for an eye. An eye for an eye leaves people blind. Teeth for teeth leaves you toothless. You just have gums.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know? True about that. Definitely true. Yes.
This is the time when you walk in your power as a warrior of peace, where yes, I could be destructive as anybody else or more so. But I choose the way of telling you, you will submit to peace. or you will not be vibrationally attuned to live on this planet anymore. If you don't like it here, you will be rapidly accelerated, so your body will age and you will die a natural death at an unnatural speed of decay. Because if your thoughts and your deeds are toxic, you will decay. If you change your thoughts and your deeds, you will accelerate. You will be fertilizer. When you throw fertilizer in the ground, it's going to stimulate whatever you plant to grow. You will reap as you sow.
Yes.
So I say, continue planting seeds of light. Continue planting seeds of love. The harvest is coming. It's guaranteed. Those who are planting dissension, hostile intentions, it's going to rapidly accelerate back on them. Karma is accelerated, and that's the grace that we are given. You have the option of being graceful with it or be disgraced. You're realizing that the word embarrass, look at the word. Bear, ass. Everything's being exposed.
Literally.
Yes. So if you used to sit there and pretend with your collars turned backwards or your Pope hat and act like you're a holy, and holier than thou, then when the mirror is shined on you, all your secrets are coming out. Look at what's been happening in the Vatican. What's happening in these royal houses? They're being exposed. Look at Louisiana. There's this thing called the Louisiana Purchase that sold land that the people lived on their whole life, but they were disinherited. Why? Well, there was a law that was passed by Pope Innocente VIII that stripped away birthright and indigenous right to all the black and brown people on the planet. And they were told that they could be put enslaved. They had no souls. And now
I know about that. That was right before the English and all the European went to the New World.
Right, the Renaissance.
Yeah.
What was the price of the Renaissance? The cost of the Renaissance was the Inquisition, where the indigenous people were tortured and killed. Now, they still have all these documents which are admissible in the court of law. And there's no statute of limitation that says the wrongs you did 400, 500, 1,000 years ago that you wrote down for posterity. That no, those laws and those documents are not going to be used to rightfully reclaim that which belongs to the indigenous. We are sovereign beings of divine light. And everybody will know that every living person on this planet is a sovereign being. No royal, no potent, no pope has the right to strip away the sovereignty of any human that lives on the planet. And they're realizing that a lot of the canonic laws that they made stripped away the birthrights of everyone. Even the current president here, he's saying that birthright citizenship should be denied people that were born in America. Not realizing that by saying birthright citizenship should be stripped, he would in essence strip his own self of his citizenship, because his family too were immigrants. So that is the rationale of an unthinking person who would stand on a limb and say, I'm going to cut it off just to spite someone, and not realize that by cutting that limb, he's going to fall himself. The wall that's being symbolically argued about for the border in Mexico is what the universe is laughing at right now, because Trump is the butt of the universal joke. You're trying to build a wall, Humpty Dumpty, that you will have a great fall. And all the king horses and all the king men will be able to put Humpty Dumpty back together again. Humpty Dumpty represents the arrogance of the American public. The ninth Hopi prophecy said, when the people faced the black dragon, if they didn't choose the way of peace, then their world would end. And the ending of their world doesn't mean the end of the planet. It means the ending of a civilizational mindset that taught people that it was okay to steal people and resources and lands from indigenous people that don't look like that. Many people are now going to be exposed to the fact that the universe is very well populated, and Earth also represents the same complex, various population of civilizations that came from other planets that were seeded here, like all colonies do. So as the old Pahana, as we call the white man, Pahana, they were supposed to represent the great white brotherhood of ascension. Their descendants have fallen so low in vibration that they have harmed the planet. Their higher selves, which they call the brotherhood of light, as above, so below, they too must account for the wrongs that were done on Gaia. So if you read in the book of Isaiah 61, it says the sons of the alien or the strangers will be put to work the plowshares to repair the damage that they did to Mother Earth. So all of it now is starting to make sense when you really read the Bible. It's still an encrypted book. It's a grimoire of old spells. It's a magical book. But many people that are practicing the religion, they have no clue that they're practicing magic and that they're casting spells on themselves. So
for me, for me, what I know, because I was an altar boy for 10 years, and I went to Bible school and those types of things, but I got more information outside the Bible than the Bible itself. When I found out that the Bible was rewritten a lot of times, and the closest one is King James. That's
Right.
the closest one, what I've been told. But King James also wrote a Bible of demonology. So how that,
Exactly.
yeah.
And not to mention, there's a Bible called the Kibra Nagast, the Book of Kings, that the Ethiopians still have. They have the oldest version of Christianity or Christendom that's on the planet. It's older than the Greek, it's older than the Roman, you know, it's even older than the Russian Orthodox. And all of the Orthodox bodies of Christianity, so to speak, they all know about what happened before the Council of Nicaea. They all know about the Council of Saints. They know about Enoch, which was an Ethiopian. And it's surprising to me when they use pictures to depict who they call the Anunnaki and the sun gods that live here, that it escapes them that they look like us. They've whitewashed everything just like the gods of Egypt. They depict all those beings that were Kemetic as non-melanated people. And it's the same arrogance now that comes back to really expose or embarrass, to embarrass, not to shame them, but to simply show them the truth and the arrogance of their ancestors' mistake. They assumed that the populace would never be educated and be able to read and write in a common language again. And now with the advent of the internet and the ability to use electronic translators and the ability of people becoming more polyglottal or bilingual, being able to read and contextualize in many different languages, you can see through the facade because it wasn't done very smart. They thought it was, but it wasn't. It was actually very idiotic of them to assume that people would stay in darkness for a long time. And look at the word idiotic. I, Dio, which is God, TikTok, time. A matter of great importance must wait on time. That's the whole scale of balance, Libra, the big dog, the Anubis that comes back to bite Odin in the butt, the god of war, Odin, versus the god of war in the Black Pantheon, which is represented by Ogun, or Iron Man, or Iron. It's represented by Shango, the one with the axe, which also means divine will. So by knowing yourself and knowing your ancestors, you can just filter through the bull crap and embrace your true divinity, which always existed inside. Every scripture told you greatness is inside you more than you can ever imagine outside in the physical world. We all have to come back to spirit. The book said God is a spirit, and they that do were, and I'm not saying W-O-R, I'm saying W-E-R-E. We are the ship. We are the ship. We are Gaia. We're not separated from her. We're part of this ship. In our skull, we can hear Gaia. In your skull, hear ship, divine scholarship. Your brain is a bridge to divine knowledge. Brajipin scolera I ship. That's dragon for being a brilliant student. I am a dragon. I speak with the mind of the dragon. I speak with the pen of the dragon. I am a writer. I am an author. Author, pen, dragon. Merlin. Lion from the sea. Sebastian. Bast, the great cat. Sea. Bast. Iron. Strong tower. Pillars. Those are the tarot. The tower card, the pillars, the thrones, the cups, Cupid, the pentacles, the swords, the sword of my mouth, my tongue, double-edged sword, Excalibur, the ability to speak in many languages, the guidance system, which is a ruler, which means if you want to make a straight line, you put a straight edge and you mark it. It doesn't mean I'm dominating and telling you what to do and killing you or anything. To be a guide, it means that you show the way by living it. You're a way shower.
Just showing the way for other people.
Exactly. Govern yourself, self-governance, and others will also learn how to behave when they come in your house.
Yeah, self-govern. Self-govern.
Exactly. It's like you saying, please take off your shoes when you enter.
Like in the word in Latin, government. Govern is to control. Munt is mind. Control of the mind.
Exactly.
Government.
inner guidance. Get it? I think we went way past Thrive and O2 as it's saying. But, you know, that is the beautiful thing about these products. You take the O2 challenge with Warrior Queen and join her journey. It's easy if she decided to share her screen and show you how to look up what the 90-day challenge includes. You will see that it entails some physical activities that you must do, some meditative practice that you should engage in, and the use of the product. If you take it and you're not going out in nature and walking, changing the way you eat, changing how you respond or react to things, then you're going to have this situation where no matter what you do, you're going to hit a roadblock because it's both mental, vibrational, spiritual. It's alchemy.
Yeah. Ian, a question. Have you ever heard of Ormus?
Yes, the powdered gold.
Yeah, monatomic gold, powder gold. Yeah.
Right. Here's what I don't do with it. I don't advocate the use of a lot of external things when your body has every element on the periodic table, all the elements within. So when you start thinking about the process of turning lead to gold, you have to understand that it's talking about your carbon-based atoms and your infusion with photonic particles of light, which then gives you the transformation of going from Saturn or Saturday, which represents lead, to gold, which is AU79, which represents Jupiter, or the formula for gold. Sion, S-I-O-N, is also on the periodic table. It means crystal. So it's about the crystalline transformation of creating pure liquid golden light within your vertebral column, your column of light that exists inside of your body, and how you use the Kundalini from the root and the solar energy that comes into your being. And it merges inside of your body to create the Caduce, or be ye wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove, the activation of the Holy Spirit or the Great Spirit within you.
Okay. Caduce?
Caduce, or as they say in Hebrew, Kadosh. Kadosh, 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 Adonai Seboyut.
Nice. Okay. Well, good to know.
Yes. But I've seen a lot of people doing the alchemy to create Ormus, and they've been selling it, they've been using it. But you know what I look at often? I see many people, many teachers teaching about the externalized tricks or tools that they can use without really trying to develop the internal tools. And when I look at their sheen, their body's glow, or their ability to process the light that's coming in, if you're aging and your body is rapidly decelerating, you're not looking rejuvenated, it's not showing in your aura and your glow, then you're going to have to come back full circle. You will die. You are not going to make it through the ascension process, and that's okay. At least your soul will be allowed another incarnation here to get it right again. And whatever you did master in this lifetime, you will have it accessible for your next assignment. If you violated universal law, you won't be reincarnating on this planet at all. You will be going to another planet where you'll start over as a colonist.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard about that too. Yep. Another third-dimensional planet when you start over again.
Exactly. And some people might find themselves starting over there as crystal, as literally a rock. Remember, we have the crystal skulls that can retain cellular memories, lifetimes of data. We're all crystalline beings. So when you really check it out, your body is a super biological quantum computational device.
Yeah.
So it's not so much Dr. Strange, but it is a strange doctor. All right, so there you have it. You're looking at what happens when you go to lauralife.com/warrior queen. If you say, okay, I want to join the challenge, I want to join the team, you would literally click on join now. And if you choose your country, and I want you to know this, as a preferred customer, you can buy the products from the website and you don't have to be a part of the business, but you will not be eligible to buy or receive the discount for the 3 products for $89. So when you click on becoming a distributor, that's when you'll be able to see the 3-in-1 package for $89.90. And being right there is where you are ready to create your own business. You would go down, select to become a distributor, and then go down to where you see the actual product, add that to your cart, and you use your name, use whatever your vision name is, use whatever your mission is. You can sign up and create your website as Warrior Queen or Alex Indigo. That would be the name of your business. You're only buying from yourself. You're not selling anything. Once you sign up and you accept that challenge, you have your own website, and you also will have the product within 5 days or so shipped to your home. That's how you accept the challenge. You weigh in. The instruction for the 90-day challenge is there, and you're asked to journalize your progress. You know, weigh in, and as you gradually lose weight, you can lose up to 50 pounds, and the company will pay you $500 for, at the end of the 90-day challenge, for having stick to it and documented it and being willing to show that, being a way shower of your individualized journey. So that's the beautiful thing. That's the website. It's fairly simple. And as we're going to do this, you're going to find out we're going to be talking more about ascension. You'll find that myself and others will come on, and we'll probably do different types of healing modalities, different types of activation, so that we can help you on your journey. With quantum light languages, you can literally program the cells of the body, the DNA. You can talk to the body, and the body will respond, because your body is extremely intelligent. You have a smart body, whether you know it or not.
Well, yeah, that's true. You can talk with your DNA. Through Greg Brandon, I found out there's a medicineless hospital in Beijing, China. Mm-hmm. When the people there who understand with that we are connected, and there's a field here, and you can speak to it through emotion. Right. And yeah, and there were 2 practitioners or 3, and the woman was laying on the bed, and they had a tumor in the prostate, I think, or yeah, and one of the, or he had, you can see it on the screen. One is a still shot, and the other is live. And they start saying, you don't have nothing, you are healed, and start repeating that, and you can see in less than 3 minutes the tumor going smaller, 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 and then disappear on the 3 minutes.
What we call that is NLP, or neuro-linguistic programming, or changing matter by using sacred sounds and vibration. I do that a lot with the people that I work with that have cancers. And I lay hands, if I'm in close proximity, on the area of the body, and I speak in light codes and transform the cells. There's now some engineers that have merged quantum physics and spirituality, and they call it neuro-linguistic programming. Well, most of my students that are in my, what I call divine linguistics class, using word sound alchemy, they're able to reprogram their body, re-age their skin. They're having pain or anything when we form a circle. Okay, yeah, I'm ready. You know, we're able to make changes in their biomolecular network, because just like a cellular network, you create a new template, it creates a ripple effect. It's a macro that rolls itself out to every cell. So those are some of the things that Warrior Queen will be doing. Hey, Shayla, you know, as we, you know, continue this journey. There's help. You keep seeing those angel numbers, 618, 444, all that stuff. There's a reason why I mentioned that. It means that we probably need to talk offline and discuss some things because our souls network are being channeled or triggered to communicate. Come, you and I, innately. And the cat is the lion or the Lyran tribe. We are accelerators. But I'm going to be getting ready to venture out in the subway land, in the 3D world, and seeing regular people. I love to people watch. So I love you. I love me. I forgive you. I forgive me. Here in the now, as it was in the past, so mote it be in the future. We are one. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you for allowing me here, Warrior Queen. And I do hope to see many of you become a part of her challenge, because if you do, you're also a part of the Iron and Clay, because I'm one of her uplines, and there are many uplines and downlines being built in this beautiful pyramid of light that we're using to transform ourselves and Mother Gaia.
Yeah, that's true.
Love you. Bye, Shayla. Bye, Warrior Queen. Bye, Alex.
Bye.
Bye, Mama.
Take care.
I love you. Love you, Baba. Namaste. Namaste, Warrior Queen. Namaste.
Namaste. Alex.
Okay. That was cool.
Yeah. I was trying to do this before Patrick. Come on. Yeah. You know I can't miss Patrick.
Patrick is coming on?
Coming on Wayne's show, Talking with the Planets.
Today, and how much? In a little bit?
Yeah, he was sick yesterday, so Wayne put it off to today.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, and another thing I want to tell people to don't forget that we do have other people in the community that I want to shed light on, especially when you're coming off these medicines and you know you need something to help. Don't forget about Deborah Tucker. You know, because you know I have been having a lot of headaches too, and so you know I had to go back and get my bottle. My migraine oil. You know, and then she had made me the back pain oils. So, you know, these oils do help. We got people in the community that work with oils, you know, for pain, to help with the pain, especially when we're trying to detoxify our bodies. And we still need that little extra boost, that little extra help. Don't forget about Deborah Tucker, our alchemist, to help you know, those extra oils, you know, to rub that on there. Because, you know, for a minute, you know, I was having difficulty going out in public without catching headaches going around people. So, yeah. And I seen her name pop up. I'm saying, well, yeah, you know, detoxifying, coming up off these medicines, I've been still dealing with a lot of headaches. So, you know, don't forget about our people that's here that's still doing things to help the community, such as Deborah Tucker. Breaking Dawn with the Stones. Because, you know, for a while, you know, that stone and rubbing that stone kind of helped with the nerves. Don't forget about Breaking Dawn. So, yeah.
Breaking Dawn, okay. Yeah, I haven't seen Deborah in a few weeks, I think.
No, I hadn't either, but I seen the migraine oil.
Yeah.
I haven't seen her, but I seen the migraine oils. But yeah, I'm getting ready to get off, so get ready to catch Ryan Steiger and Patrick Garrett talking with the planets in a little while, y'all. So thank y'all for watching. Thank you, Alice, for coming on, because you know I was gonna have you come on here. Anytime I see you in chat, you don't belong in the chat, you belong on here.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun. I learned a lot. I'm happy that I came on actually.
I am glad. I am so glad. But I am love. We are love. Thank y'all for watching.
Peace.